Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the speed dates of Cremona Musica. These speed dates are a new idea, a new version of the usual event fair that takes place each year, more or less in this period, so around the end of September, in the pavilions of Cremona Fiera. For this year, due to the pandemic situation, the restrictions and the limitation, we thought about this new version that we called Speed Dates, and this is a special edition that will replace for this year the usual fair and event fair. What matters is that Cremona Musica, all the people involved here, all the companies involved, and the music will be always at the center of this project and will be always at the center, at the heart of these 2 days that we will stay together. We are here in this beautiful place. We are at the Auditorium Giovanni Arvedi, at the Violin Museum, and this is becoming a key point. This is becoming a symbol of the music and the musical world in our city. Today, here, and tomorrow, you will see more or less 20 exhibitors, 20 guests that will present their instruments, their creations, and you will also hear an audition about this instrument performed by a musician or a student from the Musical Institute Claudio Monteverdi or from a professional musician directly selected by our participants. We want to thank, right at the beginning, the partnership and the support of YTA, Italian Trade Agency, thanks to this event can take place. Now it's time to introduce the first guest, and it's time to introduce the first luthier that is here today, coming from Cremona, so Italian one. Let's welcome Marco Osio.
Hello world, and welcome to this virtual exhibition. My name is Marco Osio, a Cremonese violin maker. Today, I would like to introduce you my job, talking about one of my new violins, and then we can also listen its voice. I decided to do this job when I was very young, at the age of 13. And I graduated at the violin making school of Cremona under the direction of Maestro Giorgio Scolari. After completing my studies, I met Maestro Giobatta Morassi, who was the main protagonist of the renaissance of the Cremonese violin maker in the last 60 years. And I became his pupil. That was a very important period for my professional growth. Under guidance of Maestro Morassi, I had the chance to improve my technique and stylistic approach to the string instrument. In addition to the stylistic, I am very fascinated to the acoustic of the instrument. For this reason, the choice of the wood is very, very important for me. I only use top quality wood that are able to give me the best acoustic result. My idea is that the wood is like a foundation of a building. It is impossible to make a good building without a good foundation. And at the same way, it is impossible to make a good violin without the good and right wood. For my violin, I use the classical Cremonese model as Stradivari and Guarneri del Gesù, as well as a model of one of the greatest Italian violin maker of the last century, Giuseppe Ornati. In particular, I use a model of Giuseppe Ornati of 1929. And I have to say that I feel very fond of this model because in my career, I have been the winner of 2 violin making competitions using this model. The violin that I would like to introduce you now is precisely made with this model. Ornati. The violin belonged to my special edition celebrating the 20th anniversary of my workshop opening. And I started my career, professional career, in 2000. And for celebrating this anniversary, I am making a limited edition of instrument using special accessories that are designed with my personal model, designed to be comfortable for the musician and elegant at the same time. There is also a special certificate that properly created for this limited edition. I started making this violin at the beginning of this year, and I varnished at home during the lockdown. So this violin is also a memory of that particular period where we have to face the real difficult of the life. Let's see the violin. The violin is made with a beautiful one-piece back of Bosnian maple with a regular and deep flame. Neck and rib are made of the same wood. The top instead is Italian spruce coming from Alps mountain, precisely coming from Val di Fiemme. As I consider the top very important for the acoustic result, I usually go directly in the area of Val di Fiemme for searching the best trunk of spruce that, of course, have to be without aesthetical defect, but also have to be light, with regular rings, and with the right speed of sound propagation. This allows me to have the sound full of harmonics, as we are going to listen in a few minutes. Let's talk about the varnish. Varnish is a very personal idea for a violin maker. And I think that making research, making experience is very, very important for us. I've been trying many kinds of varnishes in this year. Spirit varnish, oil varnish, mixed varnish also, because I like to understand how the varnish affects the sound. For this violin, I've used a spirit varnish developed through my personal research. Something about the stylistic. Every time I use this model, I follow the stylistic approach of Giuseppe Ornati. That means an extreme elegance and softness of lines of the violin, both in the body and in the scroll also. Maybe we can see. So now, finally, we are going to listen the voice of the violin in different pieces in order to understand the character of the sound of this violin. You will listen that G and D string are deep and very full, going to the brilliant in A and E. And this is the main characteristic of my model. So now I want to introduce Mrs. Kim Ji-sun, that will play the violin. Prego. And let's start with a simple scale in G maggiore and minore. Sibelius, theme of violin concerto for understanding string G and E. Meditation from Thais, a very expressive piece. We are listening Johann Sebastian Bach, Partita number 2. We can hear clearly all the strings. again, Johann Sebastian Bach, Sonata number 1 in G minor, when we can hear double top. And last one is Vittorio Monti, Zardas, and I think this is the right piece for understand the response of the violin. Thank you to Miss Kim Ji-son for praying for us. Music is made for give emotion to the soul. And I really hope that people who will choose my violin can find a best friend in it. So if you are interested in contacting me, you can find more info in my website, marcoosio.com, or in my digital window of Cremona Musica Special Edition. Thank you for your attention. Ciao.
Edition of Cremona Musica since the days, sorry, because we will be there. Excuse me, because I forget about the mask. I said we will be there today and tomorrow. So 2 days of music, 2 days of strings, 2 days of instrument, 2 days of really wonderful people, wonderful luthiers, wonderful creators of instruments. And what it matters, I will remind this more times during the day. Already Marco told us about this. You will have direct contact with all the violin makers, with all the instruments makers of today event. On their digital window, you will find all the names, all the people, the whole people there at www.cremonamusica.com. This year, I already told at the beginning, is a very special year, is a very special edition, is a strange year, is a strange 2020. As you all know, we are facing different problems, different moments. Come. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again. Don't worry. And I said, we are facing all difficult moments and we are facing all problems, but we found out, even in these months, that the music is in our heart, is in the heart of our souls, and maybe can be a friend, maybe can be a companion to be with together, and to be, it can help us to be more safe, it can be more happier. And thanks to music, we overcome a lot of difficult moments. I know that a lot of people you will see there will present some instruments even made or even projected during the lockdown. So even this period of loneliness and this period so difficult, as I told before, can be a moment of creativity, can be a moment of new creations to be brought in the future and maybe presented there in the special occasion of Cremona Musica and Cremona Fiere. Waiting for the second musician. Okay. Maybe Marco, if you are still, can I steal you a couple of minutes more to talk about your music? You are interested, you want it. Now we have some time, we have some minutes if you want. We can talk a little bit about your music, about your instruments. I know, I read on your page that you won even a lot of awards, a lot of mentions for your instruments, for your violin makings. I know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, you make violins, cellos, and viola,
Exactly.
correct?
It's right.
But today we saw only one of your violins. What is important, in your opinion, in your instrument? Which are the characteristics that you never miss in one of your instruments?
Yeah. I have to say that I make just new instrument. I don't make a copy. I don't make old style, because I want to express my style. That is very important for me, especially my style and my technique. The people have to see that clearly. And so I am very, as I told you before, I am very fascinated to the sound. I like to study the wood that I'm using. I like to understand every pieces of wood that I'm working. That is I'm very focused in that.
Okay. So maybe you want also to spend some words about the musician that were there. You introduced her with her name, but maybe you want to spend some words.
Yes, Kim Ji-son. She is a musician, violinist from Korea. He has studied a lot in Korea, but she is also a violin maker.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you.
She can steal your job.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
careful.
yeah, yeah.
Be careful.
No, I don't. She graduated in violin making school of Cremona 1 year ago. Yeah, of this year. Yeah, this June, with all the difficult of this year. But anyway, she graduated here, so it's a good point of start.
Okay, a good point to start. So we hope she will have a good future as a musician and as a violin maker,
yeah.
and we hope too for you, for your instruments, and thank for opening also the special edition. I think also the feelings about this are very, very high, very, very powerful.
I hope to.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
If you want to connect with Marco, as you told before, there is his digital window and his website.
My
too.
website, yes, right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much. So now it's time to introduce the second. Okay, and we will see in a brief moment.